Hey guys, Shreyaan here, and I have an unusual video today. This wallpaper could kill your phone. Many people have had their phone completely bricked. All of this happened because of this photo. You might know Ice Universe, a famous leaker. He first told people not to put this picture as their wallpaper, but people did it anyway. Some people got away with it, and some were unfortunate. In a lot of cases, they had to wipe their phone completely. If you upload this video on Weibo and then download it again, it will be safe to use. Or if you take a screenshot of the picture and then use it, it will be also safe. Now, the resolution of this wallpaper is exactly 1400 by 2560. That is the current standard wallpaper resolution, and the photo has been made to apply as a wallpaper. I thought the best way to find if something was malicious or not was to find where it came from. So I did a reverse image search using Google Images. It turns out that the wallpaper being circulated around was not the original image. This is the original image from hdqwalls.com. And if you download the original image and check the data, you could see it was just a photo taken from a Nikon D850. But a lot of people have said the reason this image was crashing phones was because it was encoded in a color profile named Google Skia. Now that I had the original photo, I could see the photo was taken in ProPhoto RGB. If you applied this image, then your data will be gone and bricked. Now we could see that this crashing wasn't happening by any malicious code. It was the original image that's enough to kill your phone. So that leaves the question, how? Take a look at this diagram. This represents all the colors that us human can see. This triangle, inside of it is the sRGB color space, and it's a small range of colors, and it's the only color space Android can understand. But there are many color spaces. You've got Adobe RGB as an example, which has a wider range of color, or if you want to go a bit crazy with things, ProPhoto RGB, which is this huge triangle here. Now, if I convert an image from sRGB to Adobe RGB, the color that was previously here gets mapped to here. So this is a random photo I found in sRGB, and moving it to the Adobe RGB standard, it just gets more vibrant. This happens because these points are moving to these points. So once I got to the wallpaper, turns out this photo is encoded in ProPhoto RGB. Now that I know how it was encoded, I can change it back to sRGB and it becomes this. And this explains what I mentioned about Weibo. Weibo doesn't support this ultra-wide color space, so it is converted back into sRGB. Now, you won't believe this. The reason these devices are crashing all comes down to one pixel. This one right here. Google's color engine can't convert this one pixel to sRGB, especially because of the luminance of it. Luminance is basically brightness, but just adjusted to the way we humans see things, because humans see green tones better than we see red tones, and we see reds better than we see blues. So, the luminance of a pixel on Android is calculated by this formula. It gives green the most weight, then red, and then blue. To put it in another way, you need a lot of blue light to give the same luminance as a little bit of green light. Anyway, the max value of red, green, or blue light individually is 255. So the way this is put together, you shouldn't be able to get an overall value past 255, because all the formula is doing is taking an average. But for this one pixel, it just so happens that the red, green, and blue values are 255, 255, and 243. So putting that into the formula, we get red as 54.213, green as 182.376, and blue is 17.5446. If you add all of these up, you get around 254, which is still under 255. It turns out Google rounds up, which gives the value of 55, plus 183 plus 18, which gives 256, which is over the theoretical maximum of 255. And by setting this as a wallpaper, Android can just close it. You're creating a permanent loop of errors as it's trying to fix itself and fails. So when you screenshot a photo, your Android phone is just not making a copy of this photo. It's creating a new image that by default is going to be sRGB. And now, if you're still wondering why only some devices are broken by this wallpaper, it's because they're all phones that use Google's color engine, which is part messing up the conversion. So thanks for watching and catch you guys in the next one.